Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unboxed. I'm so glad that you're here with us. All right, let's just jump right into this. Relationships with difficult people is not about the difficult person. It is about how difficult is it for you. I put the emphasis on the word you. How difficult is it for you to be an emotionally mature adult and manage yourself and how you, once again, how you function? Stop blaming difficult people. The problem is you. Today, I'm going to give you the keys to maintaining successful relationships with difficult people. Stick around as we unbox your leadership by unboxing relationships. I'm Dr. Robert Davis, family life educator and relationship coach, and welcome to Unboxed, a frank and straightforward conversation about relationships. We're going to talk about family, church, workplace, and all other types of relationships. Join me for the next few moments as we unbox the power and potential of relationships and help you to live your best life. All right. Welcome back. So glad to have you. Make sure that as you come in that you like, subscribe, and share. That's right. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification button, notification bell so that you can know when we're going on live. And then if you're listening to this via podcast, our website is www.swg-unboxed.org. That's S as in Sam, SWG, seasoned with grace, swg-unboxed.org. Okay. I would not be a difficult person. And it kind of took me a second to have to admit this. I would not be a difficult person for Sugar Ray Leonard to be in the ring with. At 65 years old, Sugar Ray Leonard would get me out there in a matter of a few minutes max. On the other hand, Canelo Alvarez would be a very difficult fighter for a 65-year-old Sugar Ray Leonard. Now, there are 5 techniques that great fighters use to win boxing matches. Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, Evander Holyfield, you name it. These are 5 techniques that great fighters use to win boxing matches. Leonard would use these techniques to get me or just about any dude out there on the streets, even at the age of 65, out of there in short order. Here are those 5 techniques. You ready for them? And I'm not a boxing coach, but I just know this stuff. Number 1, cut off the ring. In other words, make the ring real small so that no matter where I go, I don't have a lot of room to move and to get away from his punches. Number 2, control the pace of the match. If I want to go all fast, then slow it down. If I want to go slow, speed it up. You control the pace of the match. Number 2, work the angles. In other words, make sure that I'm always that he would always be at a position, his body would always be at a position that would make it difficult for me to hit him, but it make it easy for him to hit me. The 4th technique is to break the opponent down with a mixture of head and body work. And with this spare tire that I carry around with me, Leonard, and I've seen Leonard in his body work. Man, that guy can do some body work. And I've even seen recent videos of him training on the heavy bag and on the mitts and stuff. The dude at 65 is still lightning fast. So he would just work my body, work my head until he got me up out of there. I'm a realist. I don't try to pretend to be what I ain't. And then the last thing that great fighters do is they confuse and they counter. A lot of times they use these feints. And just at the time when you think that they're going to go in and you throw that punch, all they do is just sit there and wait for you to leave that sloppy jab or that sloppy hook out there, and they counter you, and that's how they get you up out of there. Once again, the issue would not be the difficult person, but rather the fighter in the ring. See, the real issue is how difficult is it for you? And even with Sugar Ray Leonard, if he was fighting Canelo, the issue is how difficult is it for you to be an emotionally mature adult and manage yourself and how you function in relationships with people you find difficult. Now, I've been explaining to you throughout this entire series that there are 5 predictable ways we manage relationship difficulties. When relationships get rough, there are 5 predictable ways that we manage them. When you lose control of yourself and you slip into any one of these 5 techniques, the issue is about you and how mature you are. And those 5 techniques that we use to manage difficult relationships is direct conflict, arguing, lecturing, threatening. This is in your face. I'm going to get you to come over to my side. I'm going to get you to see the world the way that I see it. I'm going to get you to agree with me. The second is distance or cutoff. I ain't got to put up with this. I'm just going, hey, I'm going to give you your space. I'm going to get away from you, or I'm just not going to deal with you at all. I'm going to cut you off. You're dead to me. The third technique that immature people use is pursuing. Come on now. I'm gonna press the person. They don't want to be around me, so I'm gonna hound them until finally I can get them back and we can have some kind of relationship. The fourth one is triangling others into the difficulty. And I've been talking about this for the last 2 days. You got to go back and you got to check out those broadcasts so you can see how that whole bringing others in to the relationship is too much for me to manage. I'm gonna bring someone else in through gossiping, through sharing information or whatever, but I'm gonna bring a third person in to manage the relationship. And the fourth technique is over functioning. Yes, over functioning for someone else, doing for others what they should and could do for themselves. Are you with me? So this is what Murray Bowen says, and I'm kind of paraphrasing it. When any leader can accurately observe what is going on in their relationship system, as well as the part that they play in it, when they can control their own emotional reactions, when they can avoid counterattacking when they are provoked, and when they can maintain an active relationship with the other key members of the system, the entire system will change in a series of predictable steps. Or I could say it like this: the entire relationship will change in a series of predictable steps. So here's the secret to maintaining a one-to-one relationship with difficult people. Are you ready for it? I'm about to blow your mind. It's the most revolutionary thing in the world. Drum roll, please. Brrr, here it is. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. When you are unable to see how you are contributing to the difficulties in the relationship, when all you can see is what the other person is doing. And trust me, if I would get into a fight with Sugar Ray Leonard, or especially, some younger guy like Errol Spence, or one of these young lions out here who are extraordinarily fast and hit like mules kick. If I was to get in the ring with one of those guys, there's no way I'd be able to see what I'm doing wrong. All I would know is that their hands are coming from every direction, because I don't have the skill set to be able to analyze what they're doing and then what I'm doing and to be able to adjust it. I just don't have that skill set. So if you were to talk to me, I'd be talking about, man, he keeps on hitting me to the body. He keeps hitting me to the head. And the whole tenor of the conversation would be about what they're doing. So when you're unable to see how you're contributing to the difficulties in the relationship, it means that you are being childish and you're actually getting your butt kicked. That's just the simplest way to put it. You're getting your butt kicked. Let me read that quote to you one more time, because this is so important. When any leader can accurately observe what is going on in the relationship system, as well as the part that they play in it, when they can control their own emotional reactions, when they can avoid counterattacking when they're provoked, and when they can maintain an active relationship with the other key members of the system, the entire system will change in a series of predictable steps. So I'm going to give you 4 keys to managing difficult relationships. And here they are. Number 1, we've talked about this a lot. Go back to our previous broadcast, you'll catch it. Be clear about the type of person you want to be in all relationships. Be clear within your own mind about the type of person that you want to be in all relationships. That's the first key. Know who you want to be. Know who you are. Okay. Number 2, identify which of the 5 techniques you are or have been using to manage the relationship. If you notice that you've been using distance or cutoff, if you notice that you've been pursuing the person, or that you've been in conflict, or if you notice that you have been, triangling other people into the relationship, kind of pick up on, observe how you have been managing the relationship. Which one or ones of those techniques have you been using to manage the relationship? The third key is think through how you want the relationship to function. So who do you want to be and how do you want the relationship to function? And then the fourth key is identify what you need to change about your behavior to function more mature. Think about what you need to change about your behavior to function more mature. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a great fighter does. A great fighter is able to figure out, what do I need to change to be more mature? And that's what we do here at Unboxed. We want you to be the best you in the ring. And that's why what we do is what we refer to as leadership coaching. We refer to what we do as leadership coaching. At Unboxed, we encourage leaders to think through what a one-to-one relationship looks like. We also encourage leaders to think through how they need to show up and how to foster and facilitate one-to-one relationships, even with difficult team members, difficult family members, difficult people. We help leaders to see the part that they're playing in the relationship dynamics. And we coach leaders to develop strategies to be more authentic, emotionally mature leaders in all relationships, in all relationship systems. And this is how we unbox our leadership, by unboxing relationships. See you next time.
Seasoned with Grace, Unboxed also provides healthy relationship training and leadership development for businesses, churches, and community organizations. For a free consultation to discuss your team's needs, please contact us at our website at swg-unboxed.org. That's swg-unboxed.org.